Welcome to Part 3, Unit 3, Chapter 1, Word. In this chapter, you will be utilizing open and closed software, as well as creating, analyzing, and updating portfolios for positions and paths for career development. Aesthetic features. Aesthetic features are features that are normally used as decorative and enhance the overall professional appearance of a document. An aesthetic feature takes text, singles it out, but keeps it in its original setting. They are not used randomly. There must be a purpose. Make sure you know the appropriate use for each of these aesthetic features. Using aesthetic features appropriately includes understanding that you always look for what you want to enhance on your document. It's just not picking anything. This slide provides you a listing of aesthetic features that you can use for the chapter. Image watermarks. Image watermarks can be found underneath the Design tab on the menu bar. An image watermark places an image behind the text on your document. To access it, you will click on the drop-down menu and then go to the bottom where it says Custom Watermark and then select Picture. You will have to search for the picture that you want to insert as watermark. You will just type in the search word and then make sure you use custom or Creative Commons licensed images. Page borders. Page borders are borders that go around the outside of your document. You may find the icon for page borders underneath the Design tab. So on the right side, you will see page border icon and you will select it. The page border and border and shading box will open. At the top, you want to make sure page border tab is selected. And you have two choices for the types of borders you want to use. You can create your own, which you will select one of these settings, and then you will look for the style, color, and width. You also have your Art tab, which is at the bottom. These are pre-formatted, already made borders that can be inserted into a document and styled. Page color. Page color will put color behind your text on a page. Page color does not print off unless you designate the computer to actually print the color. Page color is normally sent as a default for web design. So if you click on your page color will be found on your Design tab on the far right side next to page borders. If you click on the drop down, you will see that you have a variety of colors that you can select. You can also click on more colors, and more colors will be available for your choices. If you look at the far right, you also can click on Fill Effects, and that would fall underneath more colors. Fill Effects, you have the choice of granite, texture, pattern, and picture. Looking at page color texture, when you select on your texture, it will give you some pre-formatted texture colors that you can use as background. When you select one of the colors, it will give you a name. The one that is selected right now is called Parchment. To add it to your document, you select OK. You are also given a sample so you see what it looks like. page color patterns, you can also select on the pattern tab, and you are given two choices. You can change the color for your foreground, and you can change your color for your background. When you click on the drop down arrow, a listing of colors will be given to you for your choices. The change case feature, if you look on the home tab to the left of the bulleted list, you will see a big A, little a. This will make available to you different features you can use in styling your words or your paragraphs. Text effect feature. The text effect feature is located to the left of the font color or to the left of the highlight. And if you look down at the bottom, notice that you have outline, shadow, reflection, glow that can be added to your text or paragraph. What you have to be careful here is that once you add a text effect, that you can still read the words. Vertical selection. The change case feature is located on the home tab. If you look for the big A, little a icon to the left of the bulleted list, you will see the change case feature. Alt and drag vertical selection means that you can go down a column and select only the first column. The first thing you do is put your cursor in front of the first word in the list, holding the Alt key down and using your mouse to vertically drag down the column and then across the text until all of everything that you want to change is selected. In the example above, I put my cursor in front of the word to, held my Alt key down, and used my mouse to drag down the column, and then I drag across until all the text was selected that I wanted to change. Then I let up on the Alt key, and then I went to the change case icon and selected uppercase. If you look at the example above to the right, you're going to notice now that to, from, date, and subject have all been changed to uppercase. Shading. Shading allows you to add a color behind a word or a paragraph. Shading is different than highlight. Highlight puts the color on top of the text. On the Home tab, look for the paint can under the paragraph ribbon. Click on the drop-down arrow for shading color choices. Shapes. Shapes are pre-formatted objects. To insert a shape, go to the Insert tab on the menu bar and look underneath the Illustration toolbar. Click on the drop-down arrow and select the shape you want. Draw the image into your document. Note, if you hold the Shift key when you draw, you should get a perfect shape. On the right side, I've inserted a shape. Once you draw the shape, the Drawing Tools Format toolbar will open, and you can go to your shape styles and select the style that you want for your image. In this case, I chose a blue style. Symbols. Symbols can be found on the Insert icon to the far right side. When you click on the drop-down menu, you will go all the way to the bottom and select More Symbols. The symbol dialog box will open. You will go to your font and then click on the drop-down, and you're going to scroll through. Each one of these have different types of symbols that you can use. I highly recommend that you look for special fonts called Webdings and Wingdings. In 2016, you now have a new feature called Icons. You will find the icons underneath the Insert tab. If you select it, a box will open that will display various types of icons. On the left-hand side, you can click on themes for different types of icons. So I have selected people, and then on the right side, you will go through and click on the icon that you want to insert in your document, and then you select it. Text borders. Text borders are placed around a word or a paragraph. The first step is to select the text or the paragraph where you want your border to be placed. Go to the Design tab view, and you will click on the Borders tab. You will need to select the setting type, the style, the color, and the width. And then you will go down to the bottom right side, and underneath Apply To, you will select either text or paragraph. Then click OK. The horizontal line. The horizontal line lets you separate a section from another section in a document. To select the horizontal line, go to the Borders icon on the Home tab that's right next to the paint can underneath the Paragraphs toolbar ribbon. Scroll down the list until you see Horizontal Line and select it. To format the horizontal line, right-click on the line and select Picture. This will allow you to change the width, the size, and the color of the line. Congratulations, you have just finished part 3. Please go to the class website and download the class activity worksheet for this activity. Save it inside your Unit 3 Chapter 1 folder. You are to add each of the aesthetic features discussed in this PowerPoint into the document. You must use these features appropriately. Once you have added all of the aesthetic features, save your work and call your teacher over to review it. Congratulations, you have just finished part 3. After you show your teacher your class activity, please go on to the last PowerPoint.